You guys, what's up? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be back here. It's Mama Manifests. For those of you who don't know me, some of you do, some of you don't. But hi, either way, hello. I hope you are doing well. I hope that, I don't know what in the Mercury retrograde. I don't know why I wanted to say that so bad, but I don't know. This Mercury retrograde has been a Mercury retrograde, if you know what I mean. I always say it. I am not an astrologer, but I do observe these energies through feeling. And it's really intense, you guys. It's really intense. Like, it was almost like a mini dark night of the soul, a lot of confusion, a lot of fragmented energy. This is going to be considered one of those daily messages. And you guys, I hope that I can show up for the daily, more daily, more often. But I'm not going to show up, you guys, when I can't even put sentences together just because I want to show up and I feel like in some self-serving way it's going to serve me. And, if I'm just putting out stuff out here just to put stuff up, I'm not going to put out watered down stuff. And so I know you guys understand that. But for those of you who don't, that is for you. That is your message. So I want to address something before we jump into this daily. It seems like I've been around these tarot streets long enough to really notice that, like, it seems like every Mercury retrograde, some readers, take down their entire channel. They, talk about, because things come up, right? Mercury retrograde, certain things come up that aren't healed, so we can revisit traumas to see how we're doing, right? And if we grew up, and I'm not here to say, okay, I don't want to get lost all over the place. Stay in one thought pattern, Carly. Let's do this. I got this, you guys. But if we grew up in some sort of conditioning, some sort of religious conditioning, we do have this seed planted very deeply within us from when we were children about, magic or tarot and whatever. And I'm not here to give you guys the answer because we're all on different journeys, right? It is okay for some people who read tarot to go in a different direction, and that's triggering to some people, and whatever. But this is all about you. And I can only share my experience, and this is what I will share with you because I have had a lot of conditioning and a lot of triggers in this department, a lot of time to think about it. And every time I come to the conclusion that tarot saved my life, nothing makes me happier in the entire world than reading tarot and helping others. And you guys give me feedback. And when you guys give me feedback of how much, what I've said has been a part of your life, like, there's nothing better than that feeling. And it's also kind of ridiculous to me that cards and, talking to the divine, whatever, that's just my interpretation, right? And I felt called to share that with some of you because it seems like every Mercury retrograde, some people kind of fall off and then they, usually come back, and I'm not judging, right? Like, I get it. And every single time I'm a little bit triggered. I'm like, what are you doing? Is this going to, whatever. Okay, you guys, so that's the message before the message. I don't know where this message is going to go. My personal readings, I just want you guys to know that I'm getting those done, right after this. So next day or two, you should be checking your emails for those links, okay? And the same goes for that. When I can't put sentences together, y'all don't want me to, you guys have, energetically, we're giving an energetic exchange. I am not going to give you guys crap. I'd rather refund you your monetary energy before I do that. But it seems like most of you don't want that anyway. You guys are patient. I love that about you guys. I love that. You guys are awesome. I love my you guys. I don't know, you guys are my friends. I don't know what to call you. I don't want to call you, subscribe. I mean, I guess subscribers, that's so boring, but whatever. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's see. These are the decks that I was drawn to. We are going to just go because this was on the top, and we'll see what's going on here. Okay. We'll see what's going on here. Okay. Yep. Okay. So I can kind of see the direction that this is going in right now. I was kind of feeling it a little bit. I took a bath before this message recording. We're still in Mercury retrograde, so if it sounds like my sentences are a little oddly put together, you guys please just be patient with me, which I know you are. We've already discussed that. But we have indigo. And you guys that are attracted to these specific readings that I put out, And I see it's growing a little bit, but there are, the same people who show up. You guys are very, very, very special. And everybody's special, but we're not talking about everybody right now. You guys are very spiritually inclined. You're very spiritually gifted. You guys are star seeds. We talk about it. And I think this is coming out because the energies have been so intense. Like, I have had my energy fragmented all over the place. Like, in my bath, I was like, I need to pick it up from here. I left some of Carly over there, left left Mama Manifest over there. Like, I've been all over the place. And when we get caught up in other people's energy, we start to feel as like, because our gifts and how we think and how our brains operate are so opposite to this logical society that we live in. Like, it's literally trying to put a square peg in a triangular hole. It's like when we try to fit in by society standards, we're gonna feel depleted because we don't fit there. Stop trying to fit in a world that you are supposed to be changing. You guys are, you're just very, very gifted, right? You guys have felt this way since you were children, right? And this is, you're a leader. It says it right on here. You're a leader. And so if you've been feeling like just energetically stripped, it's because there's opinions of others. There's somebody around, for a lot of you, it's going to be one person in particular that like sees you through some weird lens that you're not, you know what I mean? And whenever you get caught up in that energy, you start to feel like a completely different person, right? Those are those polarizing views. And it's so you can come into a balanced whole view of yourself, right? And each time we visit these places, right, we get our belief in ourselves, our understanding of self gets stronger. So that's a very, very, very exciting thing. Okay, do we have any other messages from this deck? No, that's what I thought. I thought that was going to happen. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let's dig a little bit deeper into this message. Indigo had a lot to say. Whew. I don't pull this deck out often. It's a deck that I worked with without this deck, and I would recommend it for those of you who have any interest in tarot or who have had a very difficult life journey. This deck saved my butt. Like, if I didn't have this deck, I wouldn't have been able to get out of certain situations or identify exactly what I was going through when I was going through it. So that's a side note coming in for some of you. Like, I have links to the decks down below. Yeah, here's that ungrounded energy, and then we have memories. Yeah, some of you are getting lost in memories, right, of how things used to be, and and these memories are with people who just don't serve you at this time. They just don't. Like, their energy is so wackadoodle, and every time, like, this is their energy right here, this ungrounded energy, okay? It's in reverse. And every time you start to feed these memories instead of like living in the present moment, you forget this about yourself, and it makes you feel ungrounded as well, okay? So memories are a good thing. Good memories are a good thing, but in this specific situation, I'm feeling like these memories with a specific person, okay, are causing you to feel ungrounded and are depleting you of this beautiful indigo energy that you are, right? Because, and I'm really being drawn to the eyes here, like, and we have purple and pink eyes, right? You see the world through purple and pink. Not that you like literally do, but it's just a different lens. Like, it's just a different lens. All of this purpley pinkish energy over here, it's the crown chakra. It's the third eye chakra. And being ungrounded is literally the root chakra. So when you're getting caught up in these memories, right, this very fantasy land, distracting energy, that's what's causing you to feel and forget who the heck you are, because you see through a different set of eyes, and energetically when you're getting caught up in that energy, you start to see the world through that person's eyes, that person's energy, that person's experience. And it's so important right now. And I just like, I don't know, it's going to be different for each and every one of you, how you disconnect and create this disconnect from this energy, right? Like, but you are a leader and the world needs you, literally. Like when I get caught up and get in this ungrounded energy, like I start to really observe the darker energies in this world, which we all need to see. We need not forget it. A lot of the times, when we're deeply spiritual and on this path, we kind of hang out in these very high vibrational energies, a lot of the time. And we forget what is going on in this world. Duh. But then we get reminded. Okay. And, you're here because you've realized like nobody, the leaders that we've always looked up to, like we don't really want what they have to offer. Right. And that's because you in some way, shape or form, like are part of this team that is like leading, right? Like, I don't know what to say to you guys more. Like, I really don't. Like, for real, please don't forget who you are. Like, I'm almost like, oh, here it goes. Look, when I get these kind of energy confirmations, it's like the most synchronistic thing. Like, I'm getting very emotional. I'm getting that nose burning, teary-eyed. And that's one of my hugest confirmations, when I'm hitting that deep eternal truth. And the truth of the matter is like, I know, people around you, if you share this information with the wrong people about who you are or are looking for their validation, are going to like look at you like you have, 3 heads. Of course, right? People cannot understand what they have not experienced themselves. Okay. So we're not going to look for validation from people that don't have like this type of experience, can't see through these eyes. Like, I don't even know what to say here. Like, I could just like keep going, but you need to know how important spirit is coming through. And, I did invite the Pleiadians, to speak through me because they really wanted to come in before I started this message. But like, they just really want me to let you know, like, how imperative you are and how gifted and how special and how unique your energy is. Like, you are literally love. You are love. Like that your energy is so rare in this world. It really is. Like, you're in the minority. That is true. Okay. And it's so important because of your life purpose. I know sometimes when we're going through these journeys, it just feels like we're getting hammered and pounded. And it's because for you to be the leader, like that you are stepping into, like I'm talking, not just 1 year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, the position that you are going to hold, you need to be tough as nails. Okay. Because you just can't be influenced. So if all of these energies and these memories and these people and this stuff, this like very low vibrational stuff keeps coming up to visit you, it's because a part of you hasn't truly healed from that. And in the future timelines, these qualities need to be qualities. Like you need to be sharp. You need to be sharp, and there's nothing to be afraid of, right? There's no pressure here. I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, holy moly. Like, no pressure, for real. But for real, I would get excited about it. Come on, just get excited about it. I don't know what else to say. Get excited about it, okay? Okay. What else do we have? Do we have any more from this deck? Yeah, okay. So, I feel like... Okay, let me just take this in for a second. So some of you just have energies around you. This card's coming out in reverse. It's sister love. It could be a feminine energy or just somebody who embodies like very emotionally immature or, jealous or, competitive vibes. Like sister love, right? That's this card, right? Upright. It's all about like, two energies who truly lift each other up. In the reverse, like, no, it represents somebody who should be lifting you up, who you do have this bond with and who you do, care about them, in that way, but they just don't. They don't, okay? And that it's like opposite. So like if you can just imagine, I don't care if this is a male or a female in your life, what energy is coming through here is like somebody, it's like a jealous sister, whether or not it's an actual sister in your life, if it's a friend, if it's an ex-lover, if it's a husband, if it's a wife, I don't know. I don't care. If it's your teacher, I don't care who it is. Like seriously, I'm not going to keep giving examples. This could literally be anybody, a parent, last one. Okay, last example, y'all. All right, but this person is like they like don't they pretend like I don't know, but they don't know. No, I don't like the energy that's coming off that card, and that's all I'm going to say. Okay, look at this. We went down. Okay, now it's clicking. So yes, there's like this. You are Cinderella. This is so funny. Oh my gosh, I was literally calling, okay, jokingly, because I was telling my daughter she's going to vacuum the house today, and I was calling her Cinderella. And she's like, I'm not Cinderella. And I'm like, okay, Cindy. She's like, I'm not Cindy. And I was like, okay, Ella. She's like, I'm not Ella. Anyway, you guys, I've been talking about Cinderella all day, like literally. And some of you, like, we know the story of Cinderella. Like, she is actually, you know, she's like in this rags to riches, and they're all mean to her, and they all envy her. They all envy her pure heart. You are Cinderella, straight up. Straight up. Like, you have the magic within you, and you know, when the timing is right, that shoe is just gonna slide right on your foot, right? Your fairy godmother is your spirit team. Okay, no matter, like, these people, like, we know what happens at the end of Cinderella. Okay, we do. I don't want to get too much all up in these people's energy, but you know, I have a human being and I have emotions too, and I am all about love, but like, I'm all also about defending myself and like being like, get up off me, yo, energetically. Anyway, let's talk about it. You're Cinderella. And when all of the timing, you know, is perfectly right, you're going to have that everything, right? Your pumpkin's going to turn into a carriage. And this is all a metaphor, right? But it's all going to be beautiful. Like, you are, you're going to achieve everything that you want. Like, I don't know, like, you know, what is that song? I can't remember who sings it, but he's like talking about like everybody who made fun of him is like now coming to his shows, and they're like watching him in the nosebleeds. Very similar energy coming through here right now. Okay, like, just allow it to happen. Let him allow to do their thing. Please don't give it any energy. That's what we're obsessing about. You, like, there's a lot of like very confused energy coming through. And I was definitely feeling it too, fragmented, because there's like parts of you that you're looking for this validation from these sources. And it's just like, no, like, these are the last people if these people were validating you, there would be cause for concern. Straight up. Okay. And I'm going to cover that wicked energy up with pretty Cinderella here. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, do we have any from here? I pulled this last minute. Okay, yes, we do. Oh, look at that. The apostle to the apostles, Mary Magdalene. And I just feel really, I'm reading this one. I am, you guys. But it says, here's the affirmation, and I want you guys to affirm it. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. You are straight up, like, I don't know. I just got like this, like Harry Potter. You were like, who is it? Yeah, you're like half human and half like magical being. Like, you straight up are. You're like a hybrid. You are like half angel and half earth. You are literally an earth angel. And you're the bridge, right, between the heaven and earth. You are here to pull down that high vibrational frequency that you are. Like, you are like, you have that ability. Not everybody has that ability. Straight up, okay? Straight up. You have this ability to pull down and ground this energy, right? That's like a big part of your purpose, right? Beyond like the bigger part of your purpose. Like, you're so divine and you're so beautiful. And right now, I just want to pull some of you through this screen and give you a hug. I love you. Like, and because, you know, it sucks sometimes because when you are this light of a being, a lot of the times people can subconsciously throw their crap at you because they can't deal with it and it's too heavy. And subconsciously, they know you can transmute that crap. Okay? You can transmute that energy and then give it back to them. But like, I know it's exhausting. I'm not going to pretend for a second that it's not. And don't get overwhelmed by that either. That's like, I mean, look at card number 1. Let's read it. Let's read it. This is such a pure, beautiful energy. Let's see what it says here. I'm going to read it again. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. Who is she? Mary Magdalene embodies the capacity we all have to merge with the soul and receive divine guidance through a love that never ends. Mary was born in the 1st century in Magdala, Israel. She was the first to witness the resurrection, and for this reason is revered in Christianity as the apostle to the apostle. In the meaning of Mary Magdalene, author and Episcopal, sorry, you guys, Episcopal priest Cynthia. Okay. This book always throws me. I'm not reading from it anymore after this. Relates to the Gospels of Thomas, Philip, and Mary Magdalene. All reveal Mary not only as Jesus's beloved companion, but also as an equal partner in teaching and transmission. Berg believes that Mary Magdalene's gospel contains a secret teaching that Christ gave to Mary so that she could pass through the 7 stages to reach the soul, or the nous, which is the highest point of the soul. You guys have that capacity. And it is in this union with her soul that allows Mary to see the risen Christ. In classic iconography, Mary Magdalene is associated with an egg and the color red because of an Eastern Orthodox legend. Look at how much, like I can't believe how much red is in my reading right now. I mean, I have a little bit of pink here. Shout out to Shannon. I love you. If you're watching this, I don't know if you are, but I love you. Thank you for these flowers. But do you see all this red here? Okay. It says that she used an egg to teach the court of, oh my God, Tiberius Caesar about resurrection. Caesar doubted her and responded that a person could no more rise from the dead than the egg in her hand turned red. The egg turned red immediately. How about that, Caesar? What do you got to say about that, Tiberius? Legends relate that Mary then traveled to the south of France to escape persecution and to continue her ministry. Oh my gosh, yeah, of course. Like, he wanted to persecute her, and that because the egg turned red, and he's like, oh, I said it couldn't be, and now my ego is bruised, and now I'm gonna come after you. Oh, so typical. Then traveled to the south of France to escape persecution and continue her ministry. It is believed that she lived the last 30 years of her life in the caves at Saint Baume. There she met with Christ with the love that the human heart, but that lives on beyond it. I'm having trouble with words, you guys. When your soul selects her card, Mary Magdalene represents the fierce, unwavering love that we all have access to within our own vulnerable hearts. It's a love that renders all things sacred, from the animals to the angels, from the poorest to the most powerful. It's a love that sees the inherent worth of all things. And that is like one of your greatest gifts, is your ability, the eyes that you see through, the love that you see through, like truly. And it's not to say that you don't get caught up in human emotions. I mean, listen to me speak on this. I mean, you can hear some of my like annoyances coming through. I'm fine with it. You guys know, but like, whatever. Okay. I'm done. Stop. And it's a love that remains even through the darkest times, even through death. Her love is one that resurrects. Yeah, it's like what would have killed and knocked over so many people just can't. Like, you're unwavering. It's like try and knock you down. You guys aren't built like some of your peers, okay? The Gospel of Mary Magdalene relates that Jesus came to unite us, to demonstrate to us a true human being. A person who is both fully human and fully divine. This is what Mary became and why she was so beloved to Jesus. She didn't seek to follow him. She sought instead to become her true self. Mary Magdalene reminds us that we have the power to receive vision from within. We are worthy of such proximity to the divine because that's the other half of what it means to be truly human. She reminds us that there's a bridge between heaven and earth and that we are that bridge. And she wants us to remember that the truest church, yes, here it is, the truest church we can ever enter is in the heart. Okay, so that's the message for some of you. I know some of you need to hear it. Like if you're like having these like weird, things come up about church and like all this stuff, like church is in your heart. Church isn't a place. Nobody's making rules for other people. You are making rules for yourself. And in fact, you are setting the example for the generations to come of like not what rules to follow, but what things to be inspired by. Because that's what a church should do, is inspire, not instill fear. And so anything that instills fear, that could be your guiding force. Does this make me feel fearful, or does this make me feel inspired and in love? Okay? If it's fear, walk away. Walk away. That should be your guiding force. And I'm sorry I just used the word should. I don't like that word, but it is what it is. That is where our true power rests and where love never ends. Where has my love not yet reached? Whew. And for some of you, right now, it needs to go back into yourself. You need to take everything I'm saying, right, and like remember it, right? Ask your team, be like, can I please just help me remember who I am? Go get all that dusty energy off of you. Like I straight up just had this bath, and I like usually do a shorter chakra cleanse, but I did a full blown, couple minutes on each chakra because I had some work to do. I had been picking up some stuff and I was like ungrounded AF. Okay. Let's go a little bit deeper here. Yep. It's like time to just jump off the cliff, you guys. And that's going to mean something different for each and every one of you, but you got to do it. You got to rip the Band-Aid off, okay? This is going to be like walking completely away from situations you never thought you'd walk away from and doing you. And doing you. And the world needs you. The world needs you. Because that's who you are. You're the Empress. You're the Empress. Like you've been doing so much work. You have the ability to, I love this. We have the Empress and the Two of Cups. It's just beautiful. Like you just have the ability to do whatever you want, okay? You've done the work and now it's time to reap those rewards, okay? Please, thank you. The universe is giving you a gift. We just saw the Ace of Pentacles. Let's see here. Look at you. There you are. Nine of Pentacles, okay? Like we always talk about how the Nine of Pentacles, it's pre-Empress, right? We saw the Empress, and like a lot of the times you are in the Empress energy, but like to be completely solid, right? Completely solid, like unwavering, immovable, right? Not affected by these outside influences, energies, like, what other people are doing, what, just all that stuff. Like there's stuff from your past, right? And not being like swayed by, other people's belief about you, all of that stuff that's coming to, because we talked about this already. Like you need to be so strong in what you believe in because of like who you are, right? So if it's been difficult, that's why you're in this Nine of Pentacles. Like I'm doing me. I don't care about what anybody else is doing. Look, there's nobody else around her. She's like far off with all of her stability around her. She's hanging out with a bird because she'd prefer to hang out with birds than, some people in this world. You know what I mean? Okay. There she is. Hey. Okay. Like stop. Anybody who knows tarot, like, let's just talk about this energy for a second. This is you. I'm going to keep saying it because I feel like this is one of those readings where it's like, hey, you forgot who you were for a second, but hey, you're back. This is who you are. You're the Empress. This is you. This is you. This is you. This is you. Anything that's going on outside of you, please don't forget about the magic of your life. If situations outside of you have taken that magic or you've allowed it to take your magic, whatever, if you've went into these, dips in these valleys of like gross energy where it doesn't, like where magic seems non-existent, where it seems like the way out is, you know, it's a narrow road and it's not easy, and all these negative, lower vibrational, lack mindset, fear based energies, right? Like, but the truth of the matter is you can attract whatever you want into your life. Like, you have that ability. You've been working on your emotions, you've been working on your passions, you've been working on your creativity, you've been working on your ability to communicate, you've been working on your stability, right? And that doesn't always mean like financial, right? Like, I'm not going to get up into all of this, right? Like, I'm not like what do you value? Because the most valuable thing in this world is not something that you can see. I will tell you that much right now. Okay. So if you're somebody that other people have tried to make you small because maybe they make more money than you or have more than you at this current time, don't. Because what you have is so much more valuable. It's what money can't buy. We talk about this a lot here on Mama Manifests. All right. Okay. Stop it with these energies. Look, this is all about you chasing your dreams. Like, whatever it was that fire that got lit up underneath you, and you started having this remembrance of who your soul actually was. Like, this isn't a lifetime for you guys where you're learning new things. This is a lifetime where you're remembering straight up. Okay. So this is you like going after all of that, right? Like, it's like, oh, this is who I am. And now, like, you know, it starts, you know, your soul starts to lead the way, and you guys have been following it. And like, yeah, I mean, 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, Empress, like, for sure. Okay. Like, oh my gosh. I don't know. Like, let's talk about it. All right. Let's talk about it. We talk about twin flames a lot, and a lot of you are going to identify as somebody on that journey. Okay. Because it's coming up. It's coming up. I didn't know if it was going to come up, whatever. Here's the thing. We're in a free will zone. Earth is a free will zone. Okay. And I didn't record it the other day, but I was checking out some of this energy, and you guys can be discerning. We all have different life journeys. We all have different paths, but we do have free will here. If you're making this conscious choice to accept your, you know, specialness, and this person just isn't there, you have every right to just completely energetically walk away. You don't need to stay around for this garbage, okay? For some of you, this energy here, right? Sister, brother, twin, you know, whatever you want to call it, that's what this is going to be. And if this part of the message doesn't apply to you, we'll get off of this topic in just a second. But for some of you, you really need to hear this message. Like, they have free will. If somebody is intentionally doing the wrong thing over and over and over and over and over and over again, like, they're going to have to learn their lessons, and you don't have to be a part of that whatsoever. And that does not mean that you aren't going to have a beautiful relationship like lined up for you. Sometimes twins are not supposed to be together in this lifetime. Not supposed to, whatever. Maybe they are. I don't have all of the answers to this, but I have enough to know this. And if somebody is like intentionally, they're going to have to reap what they're sowing. And you don't have to be a part of that. Like, continue going on in your journey. Literally, I would say, like, if you're up to the point, because what they have done is like activated you, right? They have triggered you, right? All of the things that we were talking about that you need to be this leader, we can thank them, whether we are with them or not. Like, I don't even want to romanticize this stuff, right? Because it's so spiritual. Twin flame is just so spiritual. And whatever it is, like this definitely is asking us to, like, you know, if this person if this person wasn't this person, okay, and they came in and started acting and saying and doing, you know, if you have any of, you know, any contact with them or anything like that, would you let them in? Would you let them into your Empress, 9 of Cups and 9 of Pentacles? The answer is no. 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 No, no, no. And the second part of this message, I mean, there's choice with the Lovers card. It's choice. Some of you, you know, the divine is now bringing you in somebody, once you let go of this past person, look at the divine orchestrating that, like, hey, sorry, this person couldn't get their stuff together, whatever. It doesn't mean I'm going to leave you hanging. There are plenty of divine beings out here ready to create a beautiful world and merge that energy together. Are you going to make the choice to do what's best for you and to disconnect from that energy? Is what the divine wants me to ask you right now. You will not be shorted, okay? Look how pretty this card is. It's like all of it, okay? And this is also representative of you coming into union, your divine masculine, all of the work, right, that you've been putting into yourself, all of this work, all of it, like you being balanced, you standing on your own 2 feet, you feeling good, all of that, okay? There it is. There it is. Okay. There it is. I mean, what do you want me to say? Okay. If you're here, like, I mean, whatever. We all have to use our own discernment, but this is the message. And this message has been coming out, okay? This is the death to the old life. This is complete disconnection with anything that's not in vibration. Whoever's not also an Empress. Sorry. Whoever's not Nine of Pentacles. Whoever's not concerned about how their actions affect other people or what their future is going to look like, or consciously manifesting a beautiful life fueled by love into existence. Death to all of it. Death, goodbye, transformation, goodbye to the old, hello to the new. And it's not even like this is not like, death sometimes holds this really heavy energy. And yes, with this situation, of course, it's going to be slightly heavy. But what I'm really feeling here is not that heavy of an energy, right? When you're going through these death energies and you're not the Empress and you're not the Nine of Pentacles and you're not the Nine of Cups, a lot more intense. But like what you're really putting down here, oh my gosh, is a burden. It's like weight. It's like weight on your back. Okay? Yep. Because yeah, look at this. This is what you're done with. The Knight of Wands energy. Okay? And this is somebody, people around you, the Knight of Wands, like, can be really exciting and really fun and really loving and all of that stuff, but it's a knight and it's inconsistent. The Knight of Wands is the most inconsistent energy like ever. Okay? It's a young person. It's teenager energy. Whether or not like the people you're dealing with are teenagers, chances are, somewhere just like you were, they were traumatized and haven't done any work on it. So they're literally showing up emotionally, logically, all of that from a teenage standpoint. No. I'm sorry. Let's talk about it. Look at how different. Does an Empress, okay, the Empress is the person. And I'm just like, I don't want to get all like, up in the like, better or worse. But life is about levels, right? And we are in different dimensions based on the energetic work we have done, based on the burdens that we are carrying around with us, okay? And so the Empress is sitting in the castle and she's like on her throne, okay? The knights are outside. Yes, maybe, in those old shows we see like this, quick little love affair with like the Empress and the knight, right? But she's not like gonna build something. Maybe one day he will be, a king, but just no, I don't know what else to say. Like, no, this is inconsistent energy. So whenever you're entertaining, and this doesn't have to be one specific person, just energies that's, you guys know what that looks like by now. Anytime you guys are entertaining this type of energy, you're going to feel ungrounded, okay? You're not going to feel like yourself. You're going to feel out of your element because you're the Empress. Don't be, for real, this is a message for some of you, man or woman, don't be giving out that Empress energy, especially sexually, to these knights. You will regret it. You will regret it. You will regret it. You will regret it. You will feel drained for days, hours, weeks. Seriously, no, they're not worth it. It's not worth it. Like, take a bath, watch a show, read a sexy novel. I don't know. Do something else. Don't hang out with the knight, please. Don't do it. Don't do it. This could be female, male. This could be friends that are inconsistent in your life. You know, they can't show up for themselves. And I say all of this without judgment. Okay? I truly do. But we have to do, this is a game of energy here. And we have to be strategic about it. We have to know what we're doing. Okay? Big messages coming through here. Yeah, okay. Some of you, this is some heartbreaking information. Some of you are heartbroken by this news here coming through. I didn't know this message was going to take this route, but we had to open it up in a certain way to get you guys to listen, and now we're here. Every time you start jumping in this energy, all of it, you've learned all that there is to learn, whether it's twin flame or not, whether you consider it twin flame or not. And I'm not saying I believe in that or I don't believe in that. I do, because they're our greatest spiritual teachers, right? But you're going to end up heartbroken, stabbed in the heart, ungrounded, feeling worthless, feeling like you're nothing. Every time you even start to energetically have memories or entertain the idea of this person, because they're a night energy. When you think about them, you're tapping into night energy, and that's how you start showing up for yourself, and it's whack. Like, you don't want to be in that energy, right? Like, and if these people are rejecting you or talking about you or gossiping about you or saying things to make you feel small, just remember that that's how they feel all the time. And the only reason that they're doing this stuff and trying to take from you is because they feel ungrounded and like the Knight of Wands, inconsistent to show up for themselves in their own life all the time. Okay? Woo. Yeah, the what I'm getting here, this Knight of Swords, right? Like, I don't know, I don't know here, but I'm going to stop saying that now. But like, you need to make a swift, quick decision to cut this crap out. Cut it out. Because here's the thing about these twin flame relationships, right? And it's just people, again, I'm just going to talk about free will. Okay, I'm going to talk about free will. Walk away and don't look back. Because we go back to like Romeo and Juliet. People die sitting around in these relationships because the energy and all of this stuff is so intense, right? And when we've lived past the expiration date, and here's the expiration date, and we've stayed past, you got to know when to leave the party. Here is what's really coming through here. It can kill you straight up. Straight up. You can go into such self-sabotage mode if you start to listen to all of this other energy here. I didn't know this was going to be, in this direction. Go in this direction. And this is just saying, this is you here. He's tired. He's been showing up every day, planting his seeds, and now here I am saying the same thing, right? Like, just showing up. But I promise you, things like you're the Empress, the Nine of Cups, your wishes are coming true right now as we speak, right? I feel like March, and I've been seeing it, is going to be a big month of balance. Hold on just a little longer, y'all. Hold on tight. Things are going to balance out come March a lot. Okay, you're not going to be sitting here just doing the same things, taking your spiritual bath, watching these readings, getting this energy off of you, going on this, roller coaster ride of emotions forever, doing this same work. It's not going to be mundane. It's not going to be redundant. It's going to be great again. Okay. It's going to be great. I promise. Okay. You just chill for a second. Just chill. Because here we go. There it is. This is it. This is brand new. Okay? I don't know what else to say. It's the Ace of Cups. It's brand new. Everything is going to be all right. You're going to feel completely emotionally balanced. You're going to feel renewed. Once you disconnect completely from this energy, once the energies start, balancing out, March is going to come. Things are going to be great, whatever. Okay? Huge message. I wonder what I should call this message, but this is what's coming in for you. Okay? We have the Ace of Cups and it's keep focusing on that. Keep focusing on yourself. Keep focusing on the gift and the hand of God that is coming in for you because you have done the work, right? All of this work has not been in vain, I promise. It's just taken a minute, you know, and you need to disconnect from this other crap that is around you, okay? Energetically, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be somebody that you talk to all the time, but are you thinking about what Susie Q said to you, you know, in 10th grade? Does Susie Q still have power over you from, you know, the words that she said to you in 10th grade, right? This doesn't have to be just one person. Look at that. Deceit in reverse, okay? Yeah, there's a part of you that's been lying to yourself, right? Like keeping yourself an illusion. And I'm also feeling it outside of you. There is secrets of people around you, right? They want to appear a certain way to you, but I didn't know that card was going to come out. Let's get more. What else do we have coming in here? Yeah, look at this. Yeah, you've been lying to yourself saying you don't have to walk away. You got to walk away. This walking away is coming out in reverse. The deceit in reverse. Like this, it's one message here. It's one message. It's not walking away because there's been denial. There's been denial. There's been denial about what it really is. Well, I'm telling you what it really is, okay? I know this has come through in a couple other messages, you know, but it's coming through again, and it's incredibly imperative. Don't make me talk about Romeo and Juliet again, please, okay? Look at this. Because what did I say? It's all about strategy, right? Some of this may seem, you know, because you are a being of love, it might seem a little bit harsh, but you have to be strategic with this. Being a leader and everything we're doing, I mean, there's a spiritual war happening. Whether I don't really like to address it. I don't really like to, you know, bring fear-based thoughts in. I don't really like to talk about deceit. But if we're going to implement strategy, we must understand both the light and dark energies. We must understand that there are people out here that would rather, you know, instead of facing themselves, they would rather have people around them die. You want me to get real? You want me to get real, okay? You want me to get real. Things are not in balance, okay? They have not been balanced. You have not been treated fairly. And this is like you. You are the master of stability, and you're going to be building the stability. No matter how much people have made you around you feel like, you know, that you are not stable, that's actually what you're going to be able to do for yourself, okay? And this whole situation, the contract is expired, okay? You and this other person had a spiritual contract, and I don't know what happened. I'm not going to say, you know, they didn't show up, whatever. We don't need to blame anybody. But either way, the divine has come in and cut it and said it has expired. It is expired, and it is now, by spending any memories, any energetic, any what ifs, who, woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda, muulda, whatever, it's blocking your own abundance. It's blocking your own abundance. And you got to trust the divine here, that you're going to be replaced. Like whatever it is, whatever you lose is going to be replaced by so much better. Please promise me here. Please promise me, because some of my stuff's starting to come in. I promise you. I'm here for it. I'm here to tell you about it, and it's coming. Okay? I love you guys. Stay strong. Don't forget who you are. You guys are the leaders of today, tomorrow, the future, whatever. I'll talk to you guys soon. Namaste and God bless.